Hi, beautifuls and beloveds. So this is called The Truth Is ... And I guess it should be like a question mark too. Question mark. At the end. Make sure you put the question mark at the end of those ... okay?
Uh,
So I'm just giving you stuff to think about. And, I have evidence of everything that I've said. Some we're still working as a thesis and seeing if this is going to hold water or not. The other things we already know. That's not the problem. But, the newer stuff. Yeah, we want to find out the truth. Wouldn't you look back and say, oh, okay, well, maybe I just didn't have a hard life because life dealt me this. Now, how about these people dealt me my hard life? The fact that things that happen in my life are being made into films and my intellectual property being taken from me against my will, all that kind of stuff, kind of gives it away that it wasn't life. I'm telling you, these people just want to destroy. No matter what they say. They're not there to help anybody except themselves. Now, I want you to look back. Let's do some history here. The conversation, like I was saying, that I had with my dad was amazing because he's quite the historian. He studies. That was what he excelled at in high school, everywhere he went, when he's just being a normal human being. That is his thing. He loves history. He loves to dissect it. He loves to understand. So, not falling too far from the apple tree, me, I also adore it too, and I want to find the actual factual truth of all matters. And it does matter. Beloved, it does matter. Why? Because if something bad happened to you, I don't want it to happen to you. You deserve restitution. If something bad happened to both you and I, we both deserve that. If just something happened to me, I deserve it. Whatever the combination is, it is well deserved. And I know we were not peaches at all times, and just normally, if these people weren't interfering, we probably would have butt heads anyway. But not to the level and severity that happened. I know that you saw a little bit of yourself in me. That's fine. That's sweet. I know you wanted me to do better, but you also had to be a lot more patient with me. A cancer patient, you can't just go, boom, boom, hey, look at how perfect I remember the choreography and jump in it. And, it's just not going to happen. I don't even have to apologize for disappointing you or anything like that. I wish I could have done that, but it was going to be impossible. You just had to understand and not get so OCD or anything about it, or I'm using that term loosely. I'm not diagnosing. I don't know, but I'm just saying it just needed to have the chill factor down. But I mean, I've always loved you. I'll never stop. And I hope you don't use that against me in any way, shape, or form, because it's not weird. It's just Christ-like love. That's where it begins and ends. That's all it was. So, yes, and I totally believe that God sent me to help protect you. Not only help you on the helping level, but to protect you. Why? I don't even think I understood at the time. I do now. Protect each other. Hell is breaking loose, and we gotta do something about it. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Labyrinth, right?
yes.
Great film. I love it. I love all the actors, performances. It's a little corny and hokey in places, but that's the charm of it, right? Of course, it's great. So we're all down for all that stuff. But why I couldn't perform, I didn't even want to get paid. I just wanted to, experience it and be a part of it. So methinks thou dost protest too much. And that explained a lot to me. So that also shined the light. So there's more evidence there. We just have evidence after evidence after evidence after evidence after evidence showing all of this stuff. So why? Well, like I said, wouldn't you want to find out the truth too if you knew that your life seemed like a joke? It was all a setup. for one purpose: to get ideas, to make money, to gain intellectual property, and not in the legal way. So you wouldn't have to pay that person. Because if you actually reached out and paid that person and worked with them, it might draw attention to the fact of what we found out. I mean, yeah, if you're going to be a bad guy, hey, let's take the whole trope, the full course, and outline it. You're going to protect yourself. Anybody drowning, whether you're a good person or not, you're going to try to save your life. That's the truth, isn't it? I highly doubt anybody would just self-sacrifice. Oh, I'm drowning. Oh well. No, someone's going to try to save themselves. A man is worth fighting for till he takes even his last breath. I did videos on that long before that was used in that film too, by the way. Oh yeah, I don't think we don't know. Pretty hideous, isn't it? Could have paid me. Could have made a deal. That I had to live a very hard life because you didn't want me to have money. And then the more that was taken, the more I had to be suppressed. Isn't that correct? Until you drained and took anything away from me, until what I wanted to be was not even existent anymore. Well, surprise, it's very much in existence. Trying to tamper with our hair care products and our hygiene products, and we test everything. What do you think we learned in the cancer clinic? You can't figure it out. You can't, why did it happen that I foiled you guys all these times? A, because Jesus Christ is the true Lord and Savior, and He didn't want you to win. There's that. There's the fact that I'm a little bit smarter than you thought. There's that. Well, let's talk about this whole thing. I did this one film and danced in it, and this person said to me, "I'm going to make you a star." I'm like, why? Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I thought they were going to keel over. Usually people don't say why, or they usually don't say, I don't want to do that. I mean, I want to do the work, but that's not the focus. I'm not so... Now it has to be the focus just for my survival. So look, you guys screwed yourselves over. Now I have to be famous. I mean, what Aaron Spelling was telling me, I was like, I don't want a piece of that. So at the same time, while I was trying to do what I wanted to do successfully, I was never like stars in my eyes saying, oh, I want to be famous, it has to be all about me. I was trying to be very humble, but I don't have to explain that, you know that. But now I have to be famous to save my life, to save my family's lives, so people can know, and so you can't mess with me. That has to be the goal. I have to stop this. I have to make myself very well known. I'm not going to stop. That's going to be it. You know what? They sprayed bug spray again.
Okay, do you want me to take care of that when you're done with this one?
Huh?
Do you want me to take care of that when you're done with this?
You could probably do it now. Just don't go behind me.
Okay.
I could always tell when people use bug spray. Bad guys, I hope you know and understand and hear this. I can tell when each chemical is around me because I had tests done, and my gums start getting very chilled and itchy, and that only happens with certain toxins. You guys are blowing it. So, we know how to undo it too. Maybe not right there.
I was kind of trying to get this to spray over it.
I know. Just be thoughtful. And careful. Don't be reckless is what I'm trying to say. think and then implement very carefully. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. And I don't want to rewind this to find out either. Oh, whatever. I'll watch it sometime. Maybe I'll make a separate video on that. Oh yeah, making me famous. So I've got to do it. I have to. That has to be the goal now. I'm famous amongst the bad guys. Now I gotta get all America and the world that are good people. You all need to know about me now. Because of what's being done. I don't want this to happen to anybody else. And I don't necessarily want it to keep happening to me. I'm not kidding. I made the other video, and I think it was like the second to the last one or the last one in the series, the episode or installment. I was like, this is just so unbelievable, and I have to shake my head. It's so surreal what's happening. It's ugly. It's a tragedy. To know that I'm hated to the extent where somebody does not want me breathing anymore. What is that? What hatred goes past that? That's really terrible. I don't even wish that for these people, but that makes me a better person than them, so good. I mean, they need to be punished appropriately. I don't wish death on them, though, even though they wished it on me, apparently. I can't. I am not that corrupt. I'm not corrupt at all to where I want that. I mean, maybe even behind the scenes or in my own privacy of my own home, I might express something like that because, hey, this is pretty bad. But I would never say that publicly, and I would never actually say, oh no, I really want that. That's just an emotional, in the moment thing. And here's the thing, if you guys release any of these things that went down in private, you are going to be sued even for that above and beyond. I want my stuff back. So when I said, and you heard me behind the scenes, God promised me that I'd get all my words would come back to me. It didn't mean that you were supposed to use a device, eavesdrop, and then either put it online in a film, a dialogue or something, or have one of these people that you puppet say my words back to me and they work it into our conversation, or something that we filed for and you use it as a rebut against us. That's not what God was talking about. God was talking about legally doing it. You're caught for your crimes and the things you've done to me that were horrible, and I got a huge drive with everything recorded on it that I can use for my own purposes. That's exactly what he meant, you sarcastic sacks of shit. That I mean. See, 1970s, bad tongue-in-cheek cop shows. Yeah, the tongue-in-cheek shit. That's exactly what that is. Oh my God. Grow up. You guys are so hokey. So hokey. That's what I mean. These people have no class. They have no moral fibers. I don't even want to know and get inside of your head of that trope. That is just so... I know, you want to take a stab at that one?
Which trope?
Yeah, I know, but to take a stab at something doesn't mean just to repeat a portion of what I just said.
No, I'm asking which trope.
Oh, which trope? Okay, sorry. The sinister, evil bad guys. What is that trope? What makes them do that kind of thing? They're completely immoral.
Well, there's a lot of tropes. There's not just one. I don't remember the actual titles of these, but there's, the point of no return, supposedly. there's the constant evil plot of the bad guy doing a scheme, and it's very predictable. And then there's the unofficial tropes where they do something bad and then they have to cover it up, and then they're predictable.
I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so bitchy, but this really makes me feel bitchy. And I've got a migraine, and people are doing chemicals, spraying them, which was making me very agitated. Sorry. Leave it in the video, though. It shows how imperfect I am.
Yeah.
I don't care. I told you I am 100% flawed, saved by the grace of Jesus, who makes me better. But also makes me better because I apologized to you and I fixed it. But thank you. Yeah, so I said that I didn't want to be famous because something seemed a little strange to me. I don't want people to think that they can use that as a lure. If I'm going to get famous, I want to do it on my own terms because I had to for a reason. And that wasn't the goal. The goal was just to do my art and to do it well. And what would come with that would be fame, but I didn't want to it wasn't like, hey, I just want to be famous. Let's shove something here and make me do it and then I'm famous. That's not appealing to me. I really do want to help people. Mother Teresa, she wasn't seeking fame. She became very famous, though. I'm not Mother Teresa, don't get any ideas. I'm not wearing a nun's habit and committing my life to only the Lord and becoming celibate. I like sex too much with my husband to have that happen. Not gonna work. But, it's very interesting to reflect and look back and to pull all these elements out. And I'm like, yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting. And, they wanted me to come up with, why don't you figure out how to market this? It's like, this is in my film. What are you talking about? I don't know. I wouldn't have used this as an idea. Although I think that they kind of somehow gleaned something from me. Somewhere. I was like, wait a minute, I don't have any ideas. How do you market something you didn't even come up with? I guess given a chance I could have. But, where's the money? What do I get out of this? I know I'm good at it, but there are some things that I can't market because I was like, I don't even understand this. If it was taken from me and I were to do something similar, it wouldn't have looked the way it did. It would have been completely different. And I had fun, and I respect this person's, whatever, artistry, and I'm glad that we worked together and all of that. But so guys, yeah, this is getting weirder and weirder and weirder, and we are unraveling it, and I'm so glad we're unraveling it. But God, I am in a lot of pain right now. And I'm very, very tired. And so if I say, oh, I just want to be left alone, then you know how these sarcastic pieces of trash respond to that. They'll go, oh, okay, so we won't let her do her festival. We won't let her do her books. We won't give her any attention at all. You know damn well what I mean. I don't want you trying to end my life or finagle people's lives around me so you can steal from me and do whatever you want to do from me. That's not okay. Obviously, that's not what I mean. It's just really evil because you know exactly what we're talking about, and yet you just want to cause more harm. Good people don't do that. Good people don't try to look for people's weaknesses and then use it against them. They're supposed to come alongside them and say, this is your weakness, but it's my strength that can help you. But obviously, you are not good people. So you need to not be in charge of things. You need to not have access to things. You need to not be bothering innocent people. Oh, boy, do they like to stoke the flames and get drama going. Little instigators. That's what my grandmother used to call people like this. They're little instigators. Well, they're more than that. They have a very deep-seated ulterior motive that's not good. So I gotta keep talking about this. I don't want to be their Scheherazade. I don't want to give them any more content so I can stay alive. No, I want to stay alive because I deserve to stay alive, and it's my human right. I think I can take care of myself. I've been all this time. You guys need to stop interfering. So, Dance Warriors, my trademark. Oh, the hell I had to go through that. That's another story. And we have documentation, and I look forward to spilling it out in public so you guys can see the hell we went through. But I am the Dance Warrior. That's me. Alright. I hope this encouraged you and shed light on this subject. So we're calling this the truth is ... question mark. We do know what the truth is, but this is for you to figure it out for yourselves too. Don't stand on my shoulders, because I can just get out of the way. That's why I don't want to stand on anybody else's shoulders either. I didn't want to stand on these people's shoulders because I know how they can get. And I don't want to have anything to do with them like that. So they're going to have to just let real businesses flourish, and it's like Cartoon Town or something. It's very, very Stepford Wives-ish. Very Truman Show creepy. Yeah. So, let us know. Let us know if you know anything. And my enemies, really, you don't have much time left to decide whose side you're going to be on. It'll go better for you if you're on my side, of course. I hope you choose that for your own sake. We don't need you, but, you know, we don't have to be nice if we don't want to be. Okay, God bless you. Much love. Peace. If you hear anything, check with me first, because most likely it is BS. Most likely they have excerpts of my phone calls and they will take them out of context and make a compilation. It's like, no, here, I'll play it back for you, without the whole context, knowing that I was tricked, or knowing that, wait, I was just explaining something, but I'm not complaining against you. Again, I never have. You know that by now. Yeah, these people are very insidious. Ask questions. Okay. Ciao, beloveds. Can you turn this off for me, please? Thank you. Bye.